The only consistency in college athletics is change, and nowhere is that more apparent than on a jobs board. How often have we scrolled through a job description thinking, this sounds so intriguing, but what does this position really entail? We're excited to sit down with senior leaders from across the country to get more color and context on their openings. What's it like to live in that marketplace? Is it a great place to raise a family? What's the vibe on campus? What else is there to do in my spare time? This and more from D1 Ticker. And we're joined by Michael Schroeder, Director of Integrated Communications for Memphis Athletics, to talk about the open student athlete branding and image coordinator role for the Tigers. Thanks for joining us, Michael.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So this is an exciting position. Obviously, we are in a very new world with NIL, but let's start big picture. What is your vision for the Memphis Tigers brand?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're in a position where we're able to kind of take steps to position ourselves and do things differently in the athletic department. So this is one of those positions where in this name, image, and likeness era, we're focusing on, student athlete development and student athlete welfare and everything that goes along with that. So we're happy to be able to have this position and look to find a good candidate for it. And I think our brand, it's a strong one, both in the city, but also regionally, nationally. I think people know the Tigers, and I think the next step is to help them know the Tigers student athletes.
So that rolls into my next question. Obviously, we're going into basketball season tonight. You guys are ranked number 12 in the preseason AP poll. How much will this hire work with the individual programs, with the individual athletes? How much are they kind of working with administrators? Can you talk us through a little bit about what exactly you're envisioning for this person to do on a daily basis?
Yes, absolutely. I think one of the exciting things about this position is that it's really dynamic. We are looking for someone who wants to embrace that, but enjoys the fact that there might not be a set playbook per se every single day, but we're working towards an overall mission. So I think in a lot of ways, they'll be kind of the go-to person for our student athletes. I envision them, being able to hold office hours or coffee breaks or lunches and kind of help our student athletes develop their brands, which in turn, of course, helps promote the Tiger brand as well. So I think one-on-one meetings for social media training maybe, or ways to market themselves, to get involved in potentially, causes that they enjoy. We have a really good student athlete development department already. So I think this person will work hand in hand with that department for the overall holistic benefit of each student athlete.
Let's get into a little bit of the nitty gritty. Obviously, social media is going to be an important aspect of this hire's everyday job. Are there any certain platforms that you guys are prioritizing, or any certain skills that they really, really need to be bringing to the table when it comes to actual social media implementation?
Sure. I don't think in actual implementation, there needs to be a wealth of experience per se, but I do think just understanding how to use the social media platforms to market yourself, to brand yourself. I think that'll be key. Along with this, we're also in the process of hiring a social media manager, another first-time position here at the University of Memphis. So they'll be in charge of kind of the day-to-day, the pushing of the buttons and everything. But I think this person in social media's realm in particular, just kind of understanding the best ways to market and how to use the strength of the platform to best present yourself.
This position also is going to be a key liaison for your partners like Open Doors, CLC, Learfield. Obviously, they're going to be working on some educational content with, your partners at the College of Business, the sports management program, et cetera. So can you speak to the importance of that kind of experience of working with those MMR partners and the marketing partners? What are you looking for there?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you mentioned that because that will be a piece of this job. And again, it speaks to what I was saying earlier about how this position is dynamic. And I think that's fun and that can be really exciting for somebody. You can kind of dabble in education pieces. And we have some great campus partners that are helping us in the name, image, and likeness space. So we wouldn't necessarily throw this person into the fire. They can kind of work along with our student athlete development department and create some of this programming. But I also just think that, in particular, I think what's cool about the name, image, and likeness space is that you get out of it what you want to put into it if you're a student athlete. So I think this person can really help them. We are partnered with Open Doors to help our NIL efforts. So I think this person can kind of dive in and maybe help schedule out some tweets and deliver photo and video content alongside our communications people as well. So really stressing, for every student athlete, it's whatever, their comfort level is, but they'll get out of it what they put into it. And I think this person will be a great resource for the student athlete in the 2021 and beyond. I think this is not going to be unique as we move forward in the industry.
So just to clarify, this is not going to be involved so much in the compliance aspect of NIL, but more in assisting with building your personal brand and how to work those different social media platforms.
Yeah, there may be just some awareness pieces on the compliance side, just to make sure we're keeping up with where we need to be in that space, working alongside our compliance department. But most of the heavy lifting, I think, will stay with compliance and some other folks. And this will just be more for managing branding and making sure we're where we need to be.
Will this position have the opportunity to travel with teams or, attend big events? Is that kind of part of this role that you're envisioning?
Yeah, I think that definitely could be the case. Kind of as we're going to, in a lot of ways, we'll tailor this towards the candidates that we get to where their strengths lie. And again, that just everything I've been saying is it's just such a dynamic, exciting opportunity. So I think that's one of the things that we can also look at would be, is there a benefit to that? Is it, or for example, would they be best served kind of back home feeding content and working in that space kind of immediately after games and everything like that. So kind of up in the air, but certainly open to what might make sense in that realm as well.
So I know that you actually tweeted this out when you shared the position on your Twitter that this is going to be a role that will evolve and grow. Do you have any sense of kind of how this can evolve and grow?
Yeah, no, I think this can be an industry leader in a lot of ways, and I think people are adding these types of positions, but I think we're in the 4th month of the name, image, and likeness era, so I don't think there's not necessarily a roadmap ahead, and I think we're looking for that person that embraces that and just wants to really get in and make this their own. And we're open to anything. We're open to suggestions from colleagues around the country and things like that. So I think the sky's the limit in a lot of ways. I think as the NIL opportunities grow, I think this position can grow with it. And to me, that's what's most exciting is it's just a blank slate and you got the toolbox, but we're going to be loading up the tools as we go along.
I love that. So this is a pretty competitive space right now. Everyone is so interested in NIL and looking for these kinds of positions in their own departments. Sell me on why, if I'm a candidate, I should consider Memphis as my next stop.
Yeah, absolutely. We've, Memphis is a place that, so for example, for myself, I was in Memphis for a different job, left, and then came back for this opportunity because I love Memphis. I think it's a city that kind of gets in your blood. People love the Tigers here. We have an NBA team, and there's a lot of interest in, and everyone loves the Grizzlies as well. But I really think it's a Tiger town. So I think from the fan standpoint, you just get that energy and that buzz, and everyone's got eyeballs on the Tigers. Mm-hmm. In the athletic department, our leadership, top to bottom, is tremendous. I think we've got the right people in the right places, and we're staffing up. This is just the beginning or middle stages kind of a restaffing plan over the next 2-3 years. And in communications in our area, we're poised to add even more folks as we work towards where we need to be. So I think coupling the city's love for the Tigers with an athletic department that's striving for a vision that puts us at the forefront of what everybody's, trying to do in this space. I think it's a great time to come to Memphis, and it'd be a great opportunity to work in this athletic department with some of the other leaders that we have here.
Fantastic. Well, it sounds like so much fun. Best of luck with the search, and go Tigers.
Yes, thank you. Go Tigers. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.